Welcome. Have a happy Friday, everybody. We're about to enjoy a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. And I have some kind of sad news for Fitness Friday. The one and only Morgan Spurlock, the director of Supersize Me, the documentary that blew everybody out of the water, made McDonald's take off their supersize menu and started adding salads and snack wraps. Just passed away today, I believe, at 53, due to, I believe it was cancer. So in today's episode, we want to cover a little bit about, and I'm not saying that this is due to him eating 30 days of McDonald's in a row, but we do want to cover how to eat better, especially when you're out and about, because sometimes when you're not at home, things can be very difficult to find, right? You don't know exactly what kind of ingredients they're putting in the foods, things like that. So that's for sure. All right, let me introduce CZ over here. CZ, welcome to the Fitness Friday. Have
Yes,
you ever
sir.
heard of Morgan Spurlock?
No. This is
Never,
the first
right?
time I'm hearing of the name.
Okay, cool. So I watched the documentary probably like it was maybe 10 or 11 years ago. He kind of opened my eyes that sometimes we don't really understand what we're putting into our bodies. And he
hmm
actually physically tracked every single day him eating McDonald's and how it affected his health. Literally goes
Yeah.
to the doctor. I think every day he was going to the doctor, or maybe once a week, and he was adjusting his weight every day, checking his cholesterol levels. Things started to get crazy by the end. If I remember correctly, the at the end he had a lot of depression, wasn't
hmm
feeling very well, and it was all due to basically just kept eating fast food every day. I believe he even walked like 1.5 miles a day during that time just to kind of keep it like an average day in the
Yeah, that was
life.
the average the Americans were walking during that
Correct.
time.
Correct. And he just wanted to make sure he wasn't doing anything crazy to become obese, just eating what most people like in America are just sometimes they don't have time to cook. People
hmm
start to become a little bit lazy, don't want to cook. So they just order up a McDonald's. Back in the day they could supersize it. If you know, you know. And it was a lot
That
of
was the
calories.
happy meal.
Yes, it was very very happy. But definitely rest in peace to him. He was a cool dude. That was a great documentary. Let me show a short clip so you can kind of have an understanding of what I was talking about. Let's see here. Can you see that?
Yes.
All right, check it out.
Double quarter pounder with cheese meal.
Putting his body and his health on the line became a part of Morgan Spurlock's legacy.
I think I'm gonna have to go supersize.
Known for his Oscar-nominated mega hit, Supersize Me, the documentary filmmaker ate nothing but McDonald's for an entire month.
You're gonna die. You'll die. I want more.
Despite his deteriorating condition.
I think that people don't realize that just these types of diets can be very dangerous.
The movie took a bite out of the fast food industry, raising awareness of America's obesity crisis. The government continued their supersize menu and included healthier options.
Because of him, supersize changed from a bargain to an epidemic in the pop cultural imagination.
The West Virginia native died from complications due to cancer at the age of 53.
Okay. So roughly, they're not saying that it was due to his him eating all of that McDonald's
hmm
for that month. Obviously, this happened many years ago. Could have been a number of things. Could be
Yeah.
completely unrelated, right?
hmm
But still, he wanted to showcase what eating at McDonald's for 30 days can happen, and it did have a lot of negative side effects, right? Due to
Yeah, so I read the result of the not a result, but the summary of the article about this.
yeah.
They gained about like 25 pounds at the end of 30 days, and his body fat was about 13% higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then there was another fact: his cholesterol was about 230 milligram in total. So that was a lot, and he was suffering from depression, even sexual disorder
Yeah.
from all that fat. So
Yeah, and it's not just fat, right? Today I want to kind of go over what kind of things you're also putting into your body because McDonald's, and I hate to say that McDonald's, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A,
yeah,
they're not
the
really in the
generic fast foods.
yeah, they're not in the really in the food business. They're in the profit business, right? They're trying to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to use ingredients that are just barely good enough to make sure that you don't die if you eat it, but
Mm-hmm.
they also want to make a profit. So what does that mean? They're going to use cheaper oils. The ketchup they're going to buy is in bulk, cream, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
salt and pepper. It isn't going to be Himalayan pink salt. That's for
Nope.
sure. Right. So that's what we want to kind of cover. Sometimes it's hard also to eat when you're outside of the house. So I have some hacks, some tips to kind of get better ingredients when you're out and about, especially if you're at a restaurant and you're paying all that money for some food. Why not get the best quality ingredients?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to jump into on today's episode. Be right back. All right. So for today, what I wanted to showcase was one of the stories that I have today is actually I was in my today I was eating out with the family. We went to Outback Steakhouse, and normally we go there once in a while. It's actually low key for steaks and price. I think they might be underrated. They are very, very good. I think they have a 21 ounce ribeye, and it is bone in on the charcoal grill. It is ridiculously good.
Mm.
It is super good. Long story short, there's a couple of ways that I can always make it healthier. A lot of a lot of restaurants use canola oil, canola oil, corn oil, any oil that's kind of cheap, and they can sometimes even reuse it.
Mm-hmm.
One helpful tip that I got from someone is to say that I have seed oil allergies, or you can just say up front, please no seed oils. But this makes it even so that they cannot even lie to you because God forbid you do have that and something can happen to you. It's bad. So it's almost guaranteed this to work. I said, hey, I have seed oil allergies. I can't eat anything with canola oil, corn oil, any type of oil is not going to work for me. The only oils you guys can cook my steak in is butter, olive oil, or avocado oil, or peanut oil. That's I said. Any of those are fine. Please stay away from the other ones. I asked for asparagus on the side, grilled asparagus, and she said because I said that in the beginning, the allergy, she confirmed that it had soybean oil. She wanted to know if that was okay for me. I said no, that's not good. I don't want that. Can I have it with butter only? Done. But just because of that little hack, little trick, whatever you guys want to call it, you could say I'm a liar, whatever. I am allergic to it because I don't want it in my body. So as far and technically there is side effects. You don't just see them right away. The side effects are you can start getting lethargic. You can start having carcinogens put in your body, and it could lead to cancer. These are things that we're ingesting every day, and it can be very bad for you. So that's what I do. You could try it out if you like on your next outing. But basically, try to stay away from seed oils. They're very, very bad for you. CZ, have you heard of that before? Seed oils?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that all the time. Like, and especially my dad is always warning me about those things because over the years he's had some like serious health issues, and we've come to find out it's like the way he was eating certain things. So it's always like teaching me things to eat in even like what's it called, the corn oil. So it's something that's used heavily back home, and I feel like a lot of people use it, especially in the Latin culture. So it's something that's always wanted me to stay away from a lot of it as well. So not just stay away from it, but whatever oil you're using, so not use too much of it. So that's one thing right there. But yeah, I've definitely heard of that before. So
maybe you do when you're out, at a restaurant or, eating out at a takeout, and you're not at home, you don't know what you're putting in your body. How do you limit, eating bad things when you're out and about? What are some of the tips that CZ does each and every day to stay fit and healthy? Let me put you on the big
Well,
screen.
when you say each and every day, so first thing I do each and every day is try to my best to make my food at home. All right, but when we're out and about, like we want something different, but you always gotta keep in mind if you're health conscious that you wanna look for options that are healthy as well. So I'm not saying it's always gonna present itself to you right away, but when you go on Apple Maps, you can find like different restaurants around you that have clean food. You can look for organic food. You can look for a kitchen that have like fresh food, like grilled food, not necessarily fried food. So, one place I like, it's not necessarily the most healthy place, but it's Fresh Kitchen. I like their grilled stuff. So definitely one option I always consider. But other than that, I try to make my own food at home. So that's my preference right there.
So I have never heard of Fresh Kitchen, but I'm gonna definitely check them out.
Oh yeah. Man, you have to check them out.
Yeah. Okay.
You definitely have to.
All right. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'll check it out. Definitely. So I have another thing that I want to share with you guys, and it's not just restaurants, you know, fast food restaurants or restaurants that you're actually doing this with your body. You're ingesting things that you think you're eating healthy snacks. They make it look healthy. They say cancer promotes cancer health on a box of Cheerios outside of it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's cure cancer. So I have a short video that I want to do. I follow a guy named Bobby around. He basically shares with us a lot of healthy alternatives to the things that we normally eat every day, especially with snacks. Let's take a listen.
Aisles. If you walk down the middle aisles at any grocery store, you're always going to find products that have processed inflammatory oils, and you cannot escape them. For example, here's organic tortilla chips made with sunflower oil, veggie straws made with sunflower and canola oil. Your favorite oat milk has rapeseed oil, aka
Rapeseed
canola oil.
oil.
Do you know why they put it in there? Because it's an emulsifier. It makes it thick and rich. They don't have to do that. They could add more oats and it would be naturally thick and rich. Ranch dressing made with sunflower oil. French dressing made with canola oil. But the reason why they're using canola and sunflower oil is because it's cheap. When you see oils like sunflower, safflower, grapeseed, and canola oil, run, Forrest, run. These are highly processed oils, refined with so much heat and so much pressure. They contain free radicals and they're incredibly inflammatory. Swap out these oils for anti-inflammatory oils like virgin olive oil, avocado oil, virgin coconut oil, and ghee.
Boom.
And it's very interesting that he mentioned that because I remember when I was in 8th grade, my old biology teacher was telling us about that. So she was like, we were always like eating Doritos in class and things like this. And then there was one day she came up, and then there was a kid in class that was already chubby, and he has this bag of Doritos in his hand. And then he looked at the kid. He was like, you know what, you need to stop eating this, otherwise you're not gonna see your wee wee anymore. So it's some fact to it, because when you look at the ingredients, when you look at what's in the Doritos, all those the same type of oil he was talking about in the video, that's literally what's in it. So
Yeah.
you can
No,
get
yeah.
so fat from all these things, like really, like they're bad for your health. Like, but it's not necessarily a bad thing, like to eat it once in every blue moon, once in a while. But it's always the excess, because they have this salt in it, make it tasty, and then people stay addicted to them.
Yep.
Then that's where they get you.
No, I agree. So one of the things is so he said it's bad for inflammation, right? So in my head, I'm like, what? Why is inflammation bad? So I just had to Google it. It can lead
It's
to
all in your
inflammation,
bloodstream too.
right? So why is inflammation so bad, right? Inflammation affects consumers most directly, but inflation. No.
Not inflation. But yeah, like those type of things can create like blood clots, a lot of issues in your bloodstream that will create inflammations around your body.
That's right. So it says that it antagonizes the action of insulin, and insulin is what helps your body store fat. So it
Mm-hmm.
basically causes your body to store more fat the more inflamed you are.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, right? If you're eating a lot of corn oil, a lot of seed oils, you're basically telling your body it's time to store fat. Whatever is being combined with this, you guys need to
Mm-hmm.
store it. So it's harder for your body to process it. So the hormone that stimulates muscle and liver to absorb glucose from the blood, and obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes in turn increase the risk for heart disease,
Mm-hmm.
because the more fat you have in your body and your blood cells makes it harder for blood to circulate, right?
Yeah.
So it has very dangerous consequences, and the more you do it, the more buildup of fat you have, and
Mm-hmm.
it can lead to a lot of problems. Obesity is just a part of it. It's what
Another
happens after
another crazy
obesity.
thing too. Um, there are different layers of fat, like, and especially with age, there are like certain fat that just like they just like to stick, and it's harder to get rid of them.
Visceral
That's
fat.
yeah.
Hmm. That one, I actually saw how bad it could be inside of the body. I saw somebody with their heart literally covered in fat. They were
Ooh.
showing
Oh
a
man.
graph, and it
Mm-hmm.
was somebody with like around 38% body fat. They literally couldn't see the
Ooh.
actual heartbeat, all of it. So it was beating around a big gulp of fat. It was,
Oh man,
man.
that is bad.
Oh yeah. That is really bad.
That's health threatening, literally.
Correct. So the reason why I thought this would be something very important to share is because, like you said in that earlier episode, we have to check what's going on in the back of the labels before we
That's right.
just put it in your mouth. Um, Not only that, right? If it has sugar as well, like you don't really need all this sugar. Your body produces sugar, enough sugar. You don't need to keep putting 4 spoons of sugar in your frappe lattes. You know, it really, goes a long way if you just put 1 or 2 tablespoons of stevia. It's an alternate sweetener, but it doesn't
Honey.
raise your blood levels as much as sugar does,
Mm-hmm.
right? So,
Especially the processed sugar.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just go over and recap some of the things and helpful tips to eat a little bit healthier when you're out and about. So one of the things I said was, when you're ever at a restaurant, let them know, hey, just be upfront with them. I'm a little bit allergic to seed oils. I don't want them going into my body. That could be grapeseed oil, rapeseed oil. It could be canola oil, corn oil. I'd rather have my steak cooked with olive oil, butter, or ghee, please.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll accommodate you. You're paying 35, 45, $55 for a steak. They you better get the right type of oil, right? I mean, it's only
Yeah.
fair. Uh,
Yeah.
Now, what do you do when you're like at McDonald's or Wendy's? You have to know what kind of places you're eating at. You see,
Mm-hmm.
when I want a healthy burger, guess where I go, Easy?
Where do you go?
Five Guys.
Oh.
Do
That's
you know
actually
why?
a place I haven't been to.
Do you know why?
Why?
They cook their burgers in peanut oil. It even says it
Oh.
everywhere. Cooked in peanut oil. Comes
Oh, okay, now I remember that place. I've been there once.
banging.
They have like bags of peanuts everywhere in there.
And their fries are cooked in peanut oil.
Okay.
Exactly. And they have peanut everywhere because they promote it as a healthier alternative, right?
Okay.
Even though you're eating a juicy burger, they know what it's about. They know it's about also the what kind of oil it's being cooked in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's good that you mentioned that, because a lot of places, first, they're not gonna go buy like expensive oils to be making food all day for people. And
Correct.
second, once they dump like a gallon of oil in that fryer, whatever it is, it's gonna stay there, stay cooking the whole day. It's
Yeah.
cooking till the end of the day, and you never
Oh,
know. Some might even recycle it. So
yeah. I mean, I go to the fairs all the time also, and they those zeppoles, or those, I'm not sure if you know what a zeppole is.
no,
Uh Elephant ear, funnel
elephant ear,
cake, funnel cake.
a funnel cake. Okay, okay.
All right, right. Well, they fry it in like a big bucket of oil, right?
Yeah,
All day into the same oil.
yeah.
They put it in, they put it out, put it in, put it out. I never see that oil rinsed ever. I think it could be there the whole week at the
Yeah,
festival.
the oil
That
start changing color, bro. That's
it is gross. And yet I'll see like 80 people lined up for it.
Yep. It must
And
be the
it's
oil.
literally pure oil mixed with a little bit of flour. You're just
Oh
ingesting
man.
tons of carcinogens. I know it tastes good. I know,
Yeah,
but you got to be careful. Watch what you eat. The
yeah.
healthier alternatives, for sure. Stay away from bad oils. Check the ingredients. This episode did start out with Morgan Spurlock passing away at
Hmm.
53 due to cancer. And I'm not saying, just to be 100% clear, that this is completely related to what happened to him when he was eating burgers every day for 30 days. I'm just saying it's important, and I think he would also understand that it's important to eat healthy every day. That was why he did that experiment.
Exactly. So that's the key takeaway from that whole documentary.
Correct. Uh, sh- track your fitness, track what you're putting inside of your body, and believe it or not, you'll start to see healthier results, not just the way you look, but also the way you feel, right? If you're not putting bad things in your body, you drink less alcohol, just to be real. You're not feeling groggy in the morning. You're feeling a lot clearer.
Hmm.
You're allowing your body to digest foods properly, and you're not making your liver go to work 24/7 trying to get that alcohol out.
Hmm.
So take care of your body, guys. It's a very important thing to do. I kind of had a couple of tips there for when you're eating out and about. CZ,
And
any
I'll
final
add one.
thoughts?
Yeah, I'll add just one more to what you just said. Like when you're going out to eat, so I feel like it's important to do some research first. Think about the place you want to go eat at and see what they have. You know, so
Yeah,
that's always a great way to go about it in terms of like choosing the options, the menu options, whatever the healthier side of it.
that's how we decided on a steakhouse tonight. We were
Yeah,
thinking
just look it
sushi.
up.
We were thinking Mexican, and they were like, "Man, what can we control because we're on a keto diet now? I
Mm-hmm.
can't have too many carbs or rice, pasta." I was like, "Oh, we can't eat sushi. That has a lot of rice." So I was like, "You know what? Steak and vegetables. Let's do that." So
Mm-hmm.
out back, here we go. Delicious, cooked in butter, no corn oil, nothing like that,
Oh, and actually, you
and that's the
said
way to
butter.
go.
That's
Yeah.
another thing too. Just make sure you know what kind of butter. Because personally, I
Yes.
have butter with olive oil here, so they have that option.
Okay. Obviously, if you have the money, grass-fed butter all the way. Free-range eggs, grass-fed all the way. Stick to healthy oils: olive oil, avocado oil, peanut oil, grass-fed butter. You can cook your eggs with butter. It tastes
Mm-hmm.
delicious. I do it all the
Literally.
time.
Yep.
And just be a little bit more. We care about you. I definitely want to see you guys grow and succeed. I don't want to be a part of a generation or part of an America where everybody's obese. Let's get healthy together. We're going to drop a quick link on next week's episode on kind of like what kind of oils you should be eating, tips and tricks on how to eat out and about. And maybe CZ has some other tips he might drop soon as well. Stay tuned, though, for next episode. We might be covering a fitness journey that's coming up for someone very, very soon. Thank you again, CZ. As always, it's the Be Better Podcast, Fitness Friday. Tuning out.